Throughout this season of Teen Kids News, we've been reporting on the need to raise awareness about human rights, especially the rights of children. As Alexandra tells us, it's a struggle that's run into opposition from an unlikely source.
Wanting to ensure the safety and health of children around the world, the United Nations created an international treaty, or in UN speak, a convention. The full title is the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child, or more simply, the CRC. Joining us again is child rights advocate Dr. Yvonne Vissing. She's the author of Children's Human Rights in the USA, Challenges and Opportunities. Welcome back.
Hey, thanks for letting me come back and share more information about the important CRC.
And the CRC is certainly important. Back in 1989, the UN drew up what is basically an agreement to protect the rights of children. First of all, how do they define children?
A child is defined as anyone under age 18.
Okay, there are more than 50 rights listed in the CRC, and we discussed some of them the last time we spoke. But let's briefly review the 4 basic principles. The first is non-discrimination. What kinds of discrimination do kids face?
Young people face discrimination on a regular basis. It could be on their gender or their race or their religion. Children have the highest rates of poverty, hunger, and homelessness. So there's a lot of discrimination that occurs.
The second principle is the right to life, survival, and development. What does this cover?
It means that you should be free from abuse or attacks. And in terms of development, it means that you have the right to use your gifts and talents that you're born with, and that adults should help you to develop them.
Next is doing what's in the child's best interest. Can you give us some examples?
For instance, people don't think about Wi-Fi as being in the child's best interest. But if you don't have Wi-Fi, you can't do your homework. They don't think about transportation or sidewalks. Those are child interests too.
I never thought of sidewalks as being a kid's best interest, but that certainly makes sense. And that brings us to the fourth principle, meaningfully engaging and respecting children's views. I guess the key word there is meaningfully, right?
It is. And we know that young people are smart. You're creative. You have ideas that need to be shared. You have new ways of looking at it. And so we would like to be able to hear them and have adults listen and respect them.
Clearly, the CRC is an important agreement, and it's been ratified by every member country of the United Nations, except one. Surprisingly, that one's the United States?
That's correct. The United States was instrumental in the creation of the CRC, and it was built largely off of the Bill of Rights. And then it was signed by President Clinton, but it was never ratified by Congress. A treaty has to be ratified and signed, both. We've done one step, but we haven't done the second.
How big a problem is it that we haven't ratified it yet?
It is a huge problem for children in the United States, that when you compare the education, health, happiness, satisfaction, and safety of children in other countries that have ratified the CRC, they are doing much better than the children here. So it is a big problem.
Is there a push to get the U.S. to ratify the CRC?
Yes. Over the past 35 years, there have been hundreds and hundreds of letters to Congress and representatives to ask them to ratify the CRC.
Can teens help?
Yes, absolutely. Teens can help. You can help by learning more about the CRC yourself. You can help by having other people learn about it. You can help by having your school become a rights-respecting school. You can do so many things to help your community, your school, and your family to be more rights-respecting.
Got it. Thanks for speaking with us, Dr. Vissing.
Thank you for the opportunity.
So, if you're looking for a cause to work on, rallying support for the CRC is a good start, and it can be as simple as organizing a writing campaign. Get friends, family, and people in your community to tell our congressional leaders that the U.S. must ratify the Children's Rights Convention. As they say, the pen is mightier than the sword. For Teen Kids News, I'm Alexandra.